Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, we're going to talk about what is the number one sign for you to look for to know that you are manifesting in the right way. When I mean right way, I mean in a way that's guaranteed to manifest what you want. What is the number one thing for you to look for? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before I jump in, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel in the corner or below. Also know that I offer lots of self-study manifesting courses. There's 14 courses down there. I can help you manifest anything you want. So specific person courses, new love courses, self-love courses, feminine energy courses, and how to manifest money courses. All of them are linked below. Okay, let's jump into this. So what is the number one sign for you to look for to know that you are manifesting in the right way? And just want to say up front, when I say the right way, this is how I manifest. I would never say that the way that I manifest is the only way to manifest. I would never ever claim that. What I do know is the way that I manifest works. It works for me. I'm able to manifest many things, many big things in my life, and I manifest in a very particular way. That's why I teach manifesting. It's because I have a particular style of manifesting that clearly works, and so I'm sharing that information with you. Does that mean that my style of manifesting is the only way to manifest? No, not at all. But it's what resonates for me. It's what works for me. It's what's worked for many, many, many of my clients, and so that's what I share with you. So what is the number one sign, in my opinion, that will tell you that you are manifesting in the correct way, or that will tell you that you're manifesting in a way that is actually going to bring what you want, your desired manifestation, into your life? To me, the number one indication is that you start to feel confident and knowing that your desire will be yours. So the sign is an internal change. It is an internal shift. It is a shift in the way you think. It's a shift in the way you feel. It's a shift into a confidence within, a certainty within, a knowing within that it is yours. So typically the manifesting process goes in a very common way for most of us. Many of us start out in the manifesting world or trying to manifest something because we predominantly feel like we don't have that thing. So let's use relationship as an example. It can be a specific person, it can be new love, doesn't matter. But let's say you more predominantly feel like you are not in a relationship. Perhaps you're lonely, perhaps you are just longing to be cared for, to be loved, to be wanted. You feel single most predominantly. Maybe you feel, there's a range of things you can feel, but essentially your experience is that you feel single and you are single. You feel single, and the 3D reality in your life is you are single. So the way that we want to manifest anything is we want to shift our inner association to who we are into being the person who already has our desire. So it's a very distinct shift when you're manifesting a relationship, because it's, especially if you feel really bad about being single, if you have those feelings of being lonely or disconnected or not loved, things like this, it's really distinct. It's a distinct way to feel. You feel single and you feel not loved. Now, the way to actually manifest the relationship is you want to predominantly start thinking and feeling a totally different way than the way you think and feel when you're single. You want to shift into thinking and feeling like you are in the relationship. So when you're going into your imaginal acts, or when you're doing your affirmations, or whatever techniques you choose, what you're doing is you're evoking a new felt experience of being the person who's in the relationship. Now, the statements or the affirmations or the visualizations that are going to evoke this feeling of being in the relationship are going to be very particular to you. What makes you feel like when you're just in an imaginal act or you're doing affirmations, you're doing any sort of technique, what makes you feel like the person who's in the relationship? What makes you feel like the person who's loved, who's cared for? For me, it might be repeating things such as, I feel so loved by my person. Even if I were single, I mean, this is how I manifested my relationship. I went into deep imaginal spaces using affirmations and visualizations and any sort of like connection to my inner world to start to feel like a woman who was loved, cherished, and adored by the man of my dreams. That's what I did to manifest my man. So I'd close my eyes if I was going deep into an imaginal space, and I'd evoke the feeling of my man being with me. Perhaps he'd be holding me. He'd be telling me how much he loves me. He'd be telling me how committed he is to me. I would be feeling like I was a woman who was partnered. I'm somebody's girlfriend. I'm someone's partner. I'm in this relationship. It feels so good. I'd evoke the inner feeling inside that it was happening. Now, what happens when we do techniques like this? These are manifesting techniques, whether it's an affirmation, visualization, guided meditation, scripting. All of these are manifesting techniques, and the point of any of these techniques is to make you start to think and feel like you're in the relationship. You already have the thing that you desire. So when you start doing manifesting techniques, such as all of these that I just listed, when you start doing them more and more, what happens is you transition and start to feel like a new person. Now, this is the key. You are manifesting correctly. I use that word loosely, but this is how I know when I am manifesting correctly. You are manifesting correctly when you start to feel like a new person. You start to feel confident that this relationship is going to happen. You start to feel confident that the money is going to show up in your bank. You start to feel confident and knowing and certain that the thing that you desire is yours, is going to be yours. You just start to live with an inner knowing that it is done. This relationship is going to happen. So again, for me, I'll use an example. When I manifested my relationship, here's how I would do it. Part of the time when I was in my imaginal acts, in those moments of being in the imaginal acts and conjuring up the feeling of my man and hearing him say certain things to me through inner conversations, in those moments, I would be pretending and feeling like I was in the relationship in those moments. But during the times where I wasn't in an imaginal act and I was just living my life, still just manifesting my man, but living my life, not really doing a manifesting technique, I knew my man was going to show up. I knew this relationship was inevitable. I just knew it was going to happen. I knew it. The way I got to that level of certainty was by doing these manifesting techniques over and over and over again. Every day I'd be doing the techniques of feeling us together, feeling myself in the relationship, feeling the two of us together, just feeling it and knowing it and thinking about it, saturating myself in the wish fulfilled, saturating myself in the experience of being in the relationship. And when we spend a lot of time saturating ourselves in being in the relationship or having the money or being the person who already has our desire, it becomes a very familiar experience. And this is where the confidence that it is going to happen, the certainty that it's going to happen comes from. So essentially, the more time you spend in the wish fulfilled, not from an anxious point of view, not from the experience of I have to be in the wish fulfilled all the time or I'm not going to get what I want. That's all lack. That's saturated in lack. That's saturated in the experience of not having it. But the more you instead practice going into your imagination, feeling yourself in the experience, enjoying that, relishing in that, saturating yourself in that in a way that it feels good to you, the faster you are manifesting that reality. The less time you spend in not having it. Where is it? Looking to the 3D to find out where it is. Looking out there, where is it? It's not here, it's not here, it's not here, it's not here. The less time you spend in it's not here, and the more time you spend in it is here, the faster you're going to manifest. So how do you know you're manifesting correctly? How do you know your techniques are working? You become completely confident that it is yours, whatever it is. And that confidence, once again, it comes from you practicing the inner state of the wish fulfilled. Through your imagination, you become the person who has your desire. It doesn't have to feel completely exhilarating every time you're practicing that inner experience of having it. It can be anywhere on the spectrum from neutral to feeling totally blissful or ecstatic or whatever, happy, whatever it feels like, but it's going to feel good. When you're practicing your inner state of being, of having your desire, it's going to feel good, and you will become confident that it's yours. You will naturally become confident. When you're confident that it is yours, it is done, it is. Okay? This is how to manifest like a master. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here with me in this video. I love being here with you. Please make sure you like the video, you comment below, you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.